Exactly, not looking at my ass.
Okay, it's taping. What is your name, ma'am?
I'm Lydia Lunch.
Do you consent to be filmed?
I consent to be filmed.
Cool. Why do you do art?
I don't consider what I do more of a ninja than an artist.
Did you ever have a day job other than doing art?
I had a day job when I was 14, 15, 18, 19. I think then I learned how to organize my life around creating, which wasn't easy because I was homeless many times in New York. I went to New York at the age of 17. It was a lot cheaper then. Apartments were $75. You didn't have to beg too hard to get that kind of money up. But I think that after 1980, I never had a day job, and that's where the art comes in, because most artists have day jobs. That is, if you consider yourself an artist. Most journalists have day jobs. Most documentarians have day jobs. But I'm so highly organized and structured. I'm trying to get to the root of the evil that has plagued me. I'm trying to make, through the healing process, which my creativity has embodied, because the victimization of birth, and every year after that, for quite a few years and decades, was the subject of my obsessive need to create in multiple formats. The way that reality, and that we're all victims of whatever circumstance, whether it's religious and
Do you define yourself as a woman artist or an artist?
I don't define myself as a woman nor as an artist. I mean, I think the beauty of my nature, and this is part of what I try or have tried to preach in some of my speeches, is I think the whole problem with Western reality is the sexual segregation that happens to children by their parents, so that we divorce ourselves from half of our personalities by, for instance, men act tough, backyard war games, don't cry, don't be a sissy, women play nice, smile, be happy, don't cause trouble. I think that kind of Western sexual segregation as to children is what causes problems in relationships and makes people never fully develop. You have to be in touch with both sides of your energy force field. And you have to be in touch with just both sides of energy, positive and negative, female and male. I think I'm at least 50, if not more % male. Whatever or however you want to define that, and getting it done. And, most musicians are like babies. You have to hold their hand and breastfeed them through it. But fine, as long as they write magnificent music and play their instruments and show up and do it, I can lollycoddle them and get the project done. It's not that difficult. And I will take the rest from there. I'm perfectly capable of finding a way to record, document, and release, and ultimately distribute. I'm not distributing everything myself. I do have distribution companies. I will find a way to get that material out without any stranglehold on it, without a hostage situation. And if the distribution has suffered, or if my message has not gotten out to the mainstream, well, the mainstream doesn't want my message. The truth has never been a popular commodity. The nature of what I do is I conceive, collaborate, create, document, and then go on. No one can capitalize, commercialize, or commodify this when you're not going to, when the main point is to just document something, not to tour it endlessly. Yes, I go on tour. I love to do musical tours. I do at least one a year in Europe. I don't tour here. But the nature of the proliferation of my creations does not make me a very good commodity for anyone. A record company has never approached me because I'm not going to do a record every 2 years. I'm not going to sign a 7-year contract. Their money is not going to, they're not going to buy me with their money, which then they will hold me hostage for. I demand to have complete control, except for with my collaborators. It's a very equal, I won't say democracy, but I want people to create to their fullest, because it's only 3 or 4 people in any given crowd, whether it's 50, 500, or 5,000 people, that I am speaking directly, completely to and through. And who knows why the rest of the people are there? I don't know why they're there. It's like 3 people who I can see in their eyes need to hear exactly what I'm saying, and they're getting it, and it's doing something. It's doing something cellular to them. And that's why I continue. I mean, I just did a performance in Italy in someone's living room. They got a hold of me and said, would you perform at my house? I'm like, yes, no more than 20 people. I think there's nothing like one-on-one direct communication. The internet does not provide that. And the more people use it, the more they're being used by it, the more they're being sucked into the void. You can pretend anything and be nothing. And that's the opposite of and the way I try to live my life. First of all, I don't want to pretend anything, and I want everything to be as real as possible. To me, it's a, I hate to use the word conspiracy, but it's a conspiracy to keep people locked safely in their cubicles or in their bedroom and off the streets where they could be protesting and causing trouble. You know, I love to read books. That's a different story. You know, go read a fucking book. Get off the internet. Better yet, go write a fucking book.
I did.
Thank you. That's what's beautiful about writers. No one's helping a fucking writer, man. That's the beauty of the solitary spoken word or written word format. You don't have to count on anyone. And I love kicking and kissing my own ass. No problem. Pleasure is the ultimate revenge. And I love revenge. Initiate your necessity. You know, I emerge.